Now, the attempts by the ruling Jubilee coalition and the Kenyan opposition coalition CORD to begin dialogue over the Electoral Commission have hit an early deadlock. The Jubilee team has dismissed CORD's demands for an initial crisis meeting to agree on how to iron out sticky issues before the official talks begin. CORD leader Raila Odinga told the nation that CORD and Jubilee had agreed on a 4-member team to meet within 24 hours. But Jubilee has denied there was such an agreement. And as KTN's Chris Thairu reports, CORD says as long as before the talks do not take place, their protests will continue.
The CORD leadership first held a meeting with interreligious leaders as well as foreign envoys seeking the way forward. But even after a whole day of consultations, there was no white smoke yet.
As things stand now, they are as they are until an agreement is reached. And no agreement is reached until the agreement is reached.
One of the main issues that CORD is not comfortable with is the decision by Jubilee that the select committee will operate under the standing orders, arguing that the committee will directly be accountable to the Senate and the National Assembly speakers.
A few outstanding issues as to how this committee is going to work. And those need to be discussed, negotiated, and agreed upon, together with the terms of reference for the committee. So those are the outstanding issues.
President Uhuru Kenyatta chaired a parliamentary group meeting that came up with a list of 11 members to represent the coalition, which included Senators Kiretu Murungi, Kipchumba Murkomen, Beatrice Elachi, National Assembly members Moses Kuria, Jimmy Angwenyi, Cecil Mbarire, among others. Uhuru's stand that any talks must be conducted within the confines of Parliament has not changed.
And this has been our position for a very long time. And it still stands to be our position that at the end of the day, we can only do this through legally constituted means. And that it is Parliament that must take the lead and the initiative in this particular process.
The opposition is also not comfortable with the long list of Jubilee members, arguing that if they were to also select 11 members, then 22 members agreeing on something political remains a pipe dream, and they have now proposed 2 members to resolve the outstanding issues first.
CORD will be represented in the talks by Senator James Orengo and Honorable Dr. Simiyu Esedi. We shall be able to communicate to the country a final decision on this matter within the next 24 hours.
However, sources within State House intimated to KTN News that Jubilee is not ready to fall into the trap of CORD and that their list of members to sit in the Joint Select Committee still stand. Now the new standoff is on how to get the dialogue going, and in the meantime, the planned demonstrations for Monday and Thursday next week still stand.
We are willing to discuss these issues so long as we follow the laid down procedure. Na sisi zote tutaleta maono yetu kwa hiyo kamati.
There are a few outstanding issues which are still being negotiated. So that tells you now we are now talking to each other. Yes. We are now not talking at each other. And that's the reason why we have even delegated this matter to be dealt with by just a team of 4. Yes.
Thank you, members. Meanwhile, the Legal Affairs Committee and the Constitution Implementation Committee in the National Assembly has suspended the planned collection of views from Kenyans, which was slated to start next week until the 5th of July to give the process initiated by both coalitions a chance. Chris Thairu, KTN News.